The Black Clover anime is ending after 4 years and 170 episodes. That in itself is impressive. Most anime with that many episodes started a long time ago, because these days it's become less and less practical. But even with it ending, seeing his manga animated was a childhood dream of author Yuki Tabata, and it became the most watched anime on Crunchyroll last year. So let's take a look back and talk about the 5 things you need to know about Black Clover. Like many authors, Yuki Tabata had many influences for Black Clover, ranging from different manga to Hollywood films. But one of the standout points of reference was Berserk. But of course, Berserk is violent and gory, so instead he sought to create something with a similar appeal as Berserk, but instead for younger audiences. So you have the European magic fantasy setting, where the main character wields a giant sword, but it's not quite as ruthless as the world that Guts treks through. There is one specific reference in Black Clover pointing towards its influence, and that's the character William Vengeance, whose mask is intentionally made to look like Griffith. In 2011, Tabata won a competition and got the chance at a serialization for his manga Hungry Joker, a series about scientists and mutants. But it was short-lived. Tabata reflects on it, saying that he felt he was too concerned with the science and not the characters. So instead, with Black Clover, he wrote the sort of story he'd enjoy writing, with fantasy and an energetic character that he based on himself, although he admits Asta is a better person. He even included his wife as a character as well. And thankfully it's lasted much longer than his first attempt. He's now hoping that it will go on as long as One Piece. He was enjoying writing Black Clover a lot, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's healthy. He hasn't had a vacation since the serialization first started, and when he was first starting on the manga, he was only getting 3 hours of sleep. Things have leveled out a bit more now, but he still had to work seriously hard. When asked what he thought of the series' popularity, he said that he's so busy working that he's not really aware of it. It kind of sucks to have so much success, but then never have the time to enjoy it. The anime adaptation began in 2017, and it was created at Studio Pierrot, one of the few animation studios capable of making long-running shows these days. But one of the particularly exciting appointments was the director, Tatsuya Yoshihara. Before directing shows like Yataman Knight and Monster Musume, he was regarded as an excellent animator, and so not only did he have plenty of animators in his phone book to contact for the coolest battle scenes, but whenever he had the chance, he's done animation and animation direction on the show as well. It's rare to see a director take on so many different roles during a production, but his hands-on approach was a big benefit. Black Clover had a large impact on its creators, but what we don't really talk about in these videos is the impact it has on fans. And in one extreme case, 2 parents love the series so much that they legally named their child Asta after the protagonist. It's not the strangest name they could have gone with, since they were also considering Sora, Natsu and Roxas, but the kid probably is going to have some questions later on. Of course, if Black Clover does end up being as long as One Piece, these parents will have something to point to. I mean, at least Asta's a real name, albeit usually a girl's one. I can't imagine what sort of questions a future Roxas would have. Thanks for watching OTAQUEST in Japan. Feel free to subscribe to find out more about the art and creation of Japanese pop culture.